Whites from the South are the worst. Talk trash about us to feel better about being poor. You're black.
If y'all have ever played Strategist in Marvel Rivals for any significant amount of time, I am sure you have come across the toxic behavior of this player base in regards to strategists. It doesn't matter how bad your team is playing, it doesn't matter if your whole entire team has no situational awareness, if you guys don't have any kind of semblance of team play. At the end of the day, if you lose, it's always a strategist's fault. Now, I'm not a strategist main, I actually main Vanguard, but I was playing on my alt account where I like to practice my DPS on competitive games. And so for some reason, two of our strategists had the dodo-brained idea to swap off strategists in between rounds and both hop on tank and then just never hop back on strategist. So me, being a flex strategist player, I can play it okay, not amazingly. I know a couple, I'm pretty good with a couple of the strategists. I decided I'll pick up the slack, I'll lock in with Luna Snow, and maybe we can turn this whole match around. Tell me how, even though I ended the match with the most heals and the most assists in the game, our team, this one player in particular, but our team continually were berating the healers and each other. I also just happened to be recording this game because I'm working on another video where I needed some footage. So I was recording this game live, which means I caught the entire chat conversation from start to finish, and I thought it would just be peak content. So here we go. For y'all's viewing pleasure, I have voice lined all of the ridiculous things that my teammates have said to each other throughout this entire match. Hopefully y'all enjoy. If you do, drop a like. If you don't, drop a dislike, but you gotta let me know why you hate me down below in the comments. And if you really like the video, go ahead and subscribe, because I might do more of these if I catch some more toxic rivals behavior. Without further ado, let's get into this match. Did you switch to a third tank?
Trying to fight, but they're killing us too fast.
You guys have to stay with the healers.
KK.
Don't rush blindly into their back lines.
Farming start on tanks is how you lose. Stats.
Yep. I hate Squirrel Girl's ult.
Healer. Really?
Healer. 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 Healer.
You guys are healer. Venom, you are trash for real.
They're okay. Never mind. Never mind.
Never mind.
GG. Venom trash.
Reporting.
Just get better luck next time. Too bad. Better luck next time. Wow, look at that. We could do it if we shut up and play. Yeah, indie boy.
Report him for racism.
LOL. Okay.
Whites from the South are the worst. Talk trash about us to feel better about being poor. You're black.
Heal again, damn. Coco, Sue, hard, LOL. Real E-girl.
Heals are fine.
Heals are dog shit if the only tank never gets healed, XD.
Sometimes you lose.
Eat your nuts like a good squirrel girl.
One tank, DPS out of 3?
Holy rage baited, LOL. The rest of the match kind of plays out pretty much uneventful. There is a little bit more kind of banter back and forth between some of the players on my team and some of the other team players. But for the most part, it was pretty normal banter. Nothing too crazy that I wanted to include in here. But yeah, it's just Marvel Rivals. The community is really just very toxic. Okay, very, very toxic community. It's one of the reasons why I don't really like to play these games a lot. Like before Marvel Rivals came out, I was like, that game looks fun, but I'm not really into like PvP hero shooters or even just like team deathmatch shooters. Any kind of PvP team game, I've always kind of just steered away from for the last few years because honestly, there's no way to avoid it. The communities always get toxic. There's always this elitism. There's like it's just, these are honestly some of the worst communities for gaming ever online. I don't know what it is or why, but these kind of games, online PvP games, especially team-based online PvP games, just breed the worst type of gamers imaginable. Like the main reason our team even started having this problem is because we had 3 healers at the start and 2 of them swapped off, so then we ended up with 1 healer. So then I decided to swap onto healer because, like I said, I'm not going to just this is competitive, this is ranked competitive, so I'm not going to play a competitive game and just not have not just have 2 healers. Like that's just ridiculous. And then sit there and watch everyone else complain that they're not getting enough heals because everyone swapped off heals. Like come on, use your brain, you know what I mean? It doesn't click in my head how you could play a game like this knowing that you need at least 2 healers. Okay, you could have any other combination of tank and DPS and usually you can make it work, but you always need 2 healers. And so for you to sit there and have 4 DPS or whatever the heck it was they swapped to, and then just sit there and trash on the healers. And I find it also really ironic that the guy who's doing the most talking in the group, he was on heals and he swapped off so quickly because clearly he was not the best group player. He wasn't the worst, I'll give him that, but the reason he kept dying so often is because he was pushing forward without paying attention to where the healers were and where the rest of his team was. When I was going back to watch this footage to get a little bit of extra clips to get his perspective, I saw him. Like, there would be times when I was watching the whole battlefield and he literally just runs up into the whole enemy team and thinks that he can just 1v5 them, 1v6 them, because he doesn't look behind him to see who's there and who's not there. Like, there's a point when I think it's just him and an invisible woman alive, where we're pushing out that second point, the doorway, and it's the whole team is dead except for him and invisible woman. And he decides to run up to the whole enemy team, 5 deep I think, and just start fighting them before the rest of us could have regrouped, right? So he was pushing up too quickly, he was overextending too often, and he just was not paying attention to where the rest of his teammates were. He just kept running up, and there's like a couple other shots that I seen while I was looking for extra footage for this video, where he's just not paying attention. He's not paying attention, and he just expects that the healers are gonna be there up his ass like 90% of the time, where if you couldn't see, we had a cap in my face like a bunch of times, and I had no one back there trying to peel for me. So it's crazy how these communities form like this, and it always does end up falling on the healers when there are healer roles in these type of games. And yeah, I don't know, I thought it was funny. Like, me, this doesn't bother me too much. I just don't really like to play these type of games because, like, what's the point? Like, you know, like, I'm not gonna sit here and play a game where everyone's arguing with each other. I'll just sit there and kind of laugh about it. But yeah, anyways, I thought this was funny. If y'all did, go ahead and drop a like to let me know. If you did not like this video, I don't even know how you made it this far, but if you did, by all means, please drop a dislike, but you gotta let me know why you hate me in the comments down below. And if you really like this video and want to see more, subscribe and let me know you want to see more, because I will gladly do more of this kind of video and would love to capture more of this stuff, because like I said, I find this kind of stuff just really funny. But yeah, y'all know what it is. With that said and done, I will catch y'all later.